Good morning, everybody. I know it's been a while since I've been here, but can you hear that? I'm still at my daughter's house. I'm in her dining room, and her little dog has just now decided, when I turned the camera on, that she wants to eat her breakfast. And so there's this crunch, crunch, crunch going on right here beside me. Oh well, we're just going to pretend it's not going on. We all have fur babies. I had to make a list because my memory's gotten so bad about the things I want to talk about, and I just keep going all over the place. Okay. I just finished chemo number 5. I don't have a word to describe it. It was one of the worst. I don't know what made it one of the worst. I get my treatment on Tuesday, and usually Wednesday I feel good, and Thursday I start to, by Friday and Saturday I'm flat on my back. But this time it actually started on Wednesday night. So I had all of the usual side effects, and then I had some new ones. And it was really bad, but we're through it. We're on the other side of it. It's been today is Sunday. Day after tomorrow, this Tuesday, will be 2 weeks. So and it's held on a long time. My lip just swelled up and tried to fall off. Cracked open, bled, carried on. I did go to the emergency room. For those of you that watch Facebook, I'm not going to get into that rant. I'm just not. I had temperature. Okay, hold on a minute. Could you postpone breakfast for just, a few minutes and let me finish? There you go. No, she's right back to it. I went to the emergency room because my temperature was running, not high, but, any temperature when you're a cancer patient. It's not good. I was there 6 hours, from 3 in the morning until 9 in the morning. I was pretty much just isolated, left in a room. I said I wasn't going to get onto that, but it was a crappy experience. Our healthcare system here in the United States sucks. When you can go to YouTube and actually find videos of people that made it to the emergency rooms and died on the floor of the waiting area and was caught on camera by security cameras. Okay, enough about that. Chemo number 6, and my last one is coming up July 19th. Thank you, God. People, I never thought I'd make it. And I had to take it one at a time. I could not say I had 4 more, 5 more. What already? No. Come here. And I can't, I'm not supposed to touch her. But she's a cute little dog. I was going to show her to you. Chemo number 6. Oh, yeah. And it's my last one. And I do get to ring the bell. Now, this coming week, I have to do a little shopping for the nurses, the chemo nurses, and the reception. Okay. I still don't have hair, but my head's getting a little warm, so excuse the shine. I have to take it off. I just have to be comfortable. So, yay, that's coming up. I have some things I want to talk to my doctor about. I do have 4 to 6 weeks of radiation treatments on a daily basis. I'm thinking about taking a break in between chemo and radiation if it's allowed. I hear my daughter getting up. I'm making a video. You want to put on? Anyhow, because I'd like to know what it feels like to feel good again, because I came off of a Christmas high and was diagnosed in January and surgery in February and started chemo in March, so I haven't felt good in a long time. And I've watched so many things happen to my body that I don't think are going to be reversible. I don't think I know all of it's not going to be. One of my big things was I didn't want to look like a cancer patient. Didn't mind being one, didn't want to look like one. Well, people, I look like one. you know, very few eyebrows, and I do have that pale complexion and yada yada. The lymphedema. Can you see this? Can you see the difference? This hand, this arm, my daughter measured last night, is a full 2 inches larger than this one. It's painful, and it's and these are my stretch garments. This is the sleeve, the compression garment, and here's the glove without the fingers. Of course, they're inverted because I took it off inside out. But it is 5 a.m. and I have not put it on yet. If anybody knows how to handle this better than the clinic that I'm going to, I would love some advice. But my fingernails have got ridges, and this one is really dark. I don't think you can see that. And the doctor pointed out the ridges across the horizontal ridges are like rings on a tree. Each chemo leaves its mark, and they're very sore. They're very, very sore. Sometimes the little corners sometimes feel like they're going to just lift right off. I have read that you can lose your fingernails during this time, but with one more chemo, I don't think that's going to happen to me. I do have what they call foot and hand syndrome, where I have a lot of look like burn places that blister up and just peel off, and very painful. This time it's on my feet more than my hands, and I'm not going to show you my feet. But, I get myself through by saying one more chemo, and then these symptoms are going to go away, start to go away. But I wonder what radiation brings. I mean, I know it's going to bring something. I've aged 10 years in 4 months. The dryness of your skin, and I'm not supposed to use soap on my face because it's even more drying. But I actually am going to see the plastic surgeon and talk to him about reconstruction of my breast, and when we're going to do that. And at the time that I go see him, we're going to talk about laser and trying to get my face back, and that will have to be after chemo's worn off and I try to get a little bit of my moisture back. I thought exfoliating would be the answer, but everything I read says do not exfoliate and scratch your face up. Okay, work. I'm supposed to go to work this week and try to get some hours in. I'm really excited about that. I want the money. I want to be out in the world making, I want to do designing flowers feeds my soul. I mean, it's just a part of me. But honestly, with this arm in this hand, and I am right-handed, and this is my right hand, and with the fingers, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do. I really don't, but we're going to give it a shot this week. Thank God for an understanding boss. Reconstruction. I did want to hit that a little further. I had said I was not going to have reconstruction because I am 62. And this is taking a year of my life. So, I'll be 63 probably before I get through all of the ravages of what it's done to me. And I had said, I just am not going to go through any unnecessary surgery. But I read some other people's blogs that have gone through this, and one woman said she refused to let cancer put a permanent stamp on her body, so that every time she looks, and I think I feel the same way. I really do. So insurance will lift the left one, which it really needs to be up out of my lap, and reconstruct the right one, and I'll have nice young perky boobs. I don't know who wants to see them, but my clothes will fit nicely, and it will make me feel good about myself again. Those of you that remember Alan, the ex-husband, he left July 16th last year, and here we are at July, whatever. 9th, 10th, I believe. He called and he wants to come get his things that I took out of the house and put into the storage building and pick up his 2 dogs that I've taken care of for a year. And I told him that was fine. He wanted to come, today is Sunday, yesterday or today. And I said, no, let me get through with all my chemo so I don't have that to deal with, because we got to go through books to see what belongs to whom. We've got to go through Christmas decorations. Some were his mother's that were there. He wouldn't part with, I know. But I had given up that he was ever going to even, come get his stuff. But anyhow, I'll give you a report when that happens. That's going to be interesting after a year. My neck. I have a lump right there, a hard knot. Right here, that I've not really noticed before. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it tends to protrude a little bit. It's not painful. It gives me no problems. I don't know if it's another side effect or, so we can talk to the doctor about that, see if we've got something new popped up. I wanted to do a video with my daughter and my 2 grandchildren that I stay with here when I have my chemo. They're fantastic. There's no words to describe. My granddaughter will be 17 tomorrow. Happy birthday, Haley. And so last night she spent the night with one of her friends, and they had a pool sleepover for the girls and a pool party type thing. Tanner is with his dad for 2 weeks because school's out for the summer. And Sherry has to work today, so she's sleeping a little late and going in. She runs a plant here, and because of all the storms, their business is up because they produce a product that goes into ballasts on the electric, I don't know, but because of all the tornadoes and everything, their business is really increased, so she has to go to work today, so I let her sleep in, so maybe another time. Liz. This is one of the things I said I was not going to talk about, and I'm going to make it very brief. And I'm only going to talk about it so that you can kind of understand, the air conditioning's kicking in, can kind of understand what I've been going through. I've been really depressed, and chemo does that to you, cancer does that to you, and you're supposed to avoid stress. One of the reasons I stay at my daughter's as long as I do is because my son, his wife, and his baby that just turned 1 year old, June 18th, have been living with me. And going to move out in their own place and supposed to be getting money in place and just gifts to help with the confusion. My daughter here in this house is named Sherry. My daughter-in-law is named Sherry. So now we're going to be talking about the daughter-in-law, Sherry, which is a very precious, beautiful young girl that has no family. So I'm kind of like Mom, and she's a better person than me. She's got a sweet soul. Let me have a sip of Coke. My mouth is dry. My son has decided he wants a divorce, and he has found someone else that he's moving in with, and this all came out about Mother's Day. I have an itch. And we've all been living there together, and to say it's been uncomfortable is really an understatement. I have feelings about it, but I'm not going to get into that. I don't get involved. Their divorce will be final in September, but he is moving out in 2 or 3 weeks. I have invited Sherry to stay there in the house with me for as long as she needs to, because she's not working right now. And she has worked and gone to school off and on for a number of years. She's always had to make her own way, I mean, even when she and Brian got married, she still worked. And I said, I think now is the time for you to finish your education. She has another year and she will be a nurse. And she just couldn't believe that. I said, I'm taking care of all the bills now. I can continue to do that. I would like for you to go and get a grant, go to school, finish your education so you can take good care of my granddaughter. And so in 2 or 3 weeks, it's going to get easier when it's just the 2 women and the baby. And we're going to rearrange things. My house is large, and I have a large living room, and I have a family room in the back. I turned 3 bedrooms into 2 and turned 1 into a half laundry room and an enormous closet. So we both have our own living room, our own living space, and our own bedrooms and that sort of thing. And then I have an office out front where I stay a lot of the time. So I'm actually looking forward to that. And it is a negative situation, and I'm looking for some things positive to come out of that. And I actually think whenever we make this break and we're not all living there under the situation, that I won't be as stressed, and I think that's going to be a lot of difference for me. I know this is going to be long. Oh my God, 16 minutes. I love you all. I'll do a video on or about the last chemo. In fact, I might film part of that because I think I'd like to. Love y'all. Bye.